Hello friends, and welcome to the channel. This is Stormhaven Gaming, I'm John, this is Timberborn. We have a bad tide on the way in 3 days. We should be okay, but it will allow us to test out our new, where are we? Our new bad tide release channel, so that should be good. We'll see how much power that generates, and then we'll connect that back up to the main grid. Over here we're having a few problems with our waterfall system. For some reason we're not getting enough water through here to keep this river flowing. Now on the other one, our other water feature, we have one, where are we? Here we are. We have one fluid dump and one mechanical water pump operating the whole system, and that seems to be fine. Over here, we have 3 fluid dumps and a pump, and that's not doing the job. So I'm wondering if it's going to be more efficient dumping water into this section rather than down here. I don't know why that would be more efficient, but it might be. We're also talking about widening this exit section here. I don't know if that's going to be any use, but it might be worth a try. But as you can see, I'm building up the dirt around here, and inside here I'm building, or will be building, another fluid dump. Oops. Let's make sure it's facing the right way, shall we? And then we'll lay in some dirt on top, like so. So it just hides it a little bit more. I might bring the dirt back to there as well, actually, thinking about it. Yeah, let's do that. Like so. Maybe that will help. We'll see. It'll certainly dump more water into here, so it should increase the flow through there. But I don't know. It might be worth replacing the floodgate with a dam after all. Even though the floodgate just looks better. Oh, it's trickling through a little bit again now. Yeah, it's not flowing at the rate I want it to flow, or that we need it to flow, really, because it's not deep enough. I mean, I could put dams in across there as well, couldn't I? In fact, I think I will. See if that helps at all. If we come all the way down to here, there we go. Yeah, let's pop some dams in just there. So it'll cause this to fill up a little bit more before flowing out. Hopefully that will help. Oops. Okay, so our fluid dump is in. I'll switch it to bot operation. And let's see if that makes a difference. Right, in other news, I mean, there isn't any. We're picking up pretty much exactly from where we left off. But we've got some of our oaks grown here, and it looks like some more just about ready to grow. So that's good. That's turned that into quite a nice little natural area, and it will help hide the underground ruins there. Yeah, everything else is going okay. So down here, our dam is in place and is holding back a little bit of water there. We could easily come in and deepen this should we wish to, but we're also getting a bit of backing up there. I'm fine with that. That's no problem at all. Yeah. So yeah, we've got a dam there blocking a little bit. We've got this bit being held back by a dam there. If this manages to overflow, which doesn't look like it's going to, but as and when that does overflow, that will be held back by a dam here as well. So the next order of business. We haven't secured all of the Badwater, have we? Oh. I'd forgotten about that. Alright, we have another Badwater source to contend with. What are we going to do with that? We don't really need the power, although... No, we don't really need the power. So we could just drop it into a tunnel, dump it off the map. Probably easier to go that way. How thick is it there? That's quite close to the surface there, isn't it? Let's have a look. Yeah, that's right at the surface. But we can't go that way because there's water right there. So if we're going to come out, it'll have to be, yeah, pretty much in line with that. So we'll have to see. We'll have to build up some barriers around if that's what we want to do. Yeah, I'd forgotten all about that one. All right, so we haven't successfully secured all of the Badwater on this map. That's still going to leak through here and contaminate further down. All right. No, that's fine. We can think about that. This lake hasn't filled anywhere near where we need it to, but we've only had 4 days of the wet season, so not entirely surprising. All right. Well, I'll spin on to the start of the bad tide. We'll see how this channel goes, and then maybe we'll turn our attention over here and figure out what we're going to do at this point. There we go. 13 days of bad tide. That shouldn't be too bad. Okay, that's closed down. And that has opened up. Alright, so that's transferred over pretty good. May have been a little bit eager with the floodgates again. Tell you what, let's drop some of that out of there. And we'll drop some of it out of there as well. Hopefully that will reduce the flooding a little bit. Hopefully. Right, anyway. So, our Badwater channel is working. It doesn't look like it's spilling over anywhere yet. It's pretty full, but it's not spilling. If we have any issues, it might be worth getting rid of those and replacing that with a sluice as well. Just have a bit more space coming out into here. How are we doing here? Right, hasn't reached the end just yet, but it looks like it's very much on its way. Let's close up those floodgates again. There we go. Now that the flood has receded, we should be okay. A little bit of flooding down there, but we won't lose a great deal. Okay, so over here we are flooding magnificently into there. Good stuff. Yep, that seems to be working fine. Alright, I'll give it until the end of the day for it to sort of bed in, as it were. I am a little worried about the depth of it here. It's very full of Badwater and doesn't seem to be reducing. If anything, it might be climbing. Alright, let's spin on to the end of the day. And yes, we're starting to spill over. Okay, that's a problem. That's definitely a problem. Okay. It's a problem that I don't really know what we can do to solve. Yeah, as I say, if we get rid of that, this is going to now leak all the way through the bottom, isn't it? Alright, so we will demolish that. Oh no, that's just dirt underneath it. That's okay. Which suggests there might be dirt under this one as well. There is. Okay. So that will flood everywhere. Should I have made this wider? Is that what it's telling me? Although with those out of the way, that has reduced that level. All right, no, we'll replace that with a sluice, like so. Synchronized with adjacent. Yep, that's absolutely fine. All right. No, we'll give that a go. That might have solved it. All right. So the big question then is how much energy is being produced by this strip of admittedly compact water wheels. About 6,500. I mean, I'm reasonably happy with that, honestly. Okay, let's connect that up to the main power as well then. There we go. They can reach that, can't they? Because that path is connected to the tubeway station there. Excellent. All right. Well, that looks like it worked. I mean, I'll keep an eye on this bit, but I think we're going to be all right. They're just putting in the sluice now, by the looks of it. Yeah, just waiting for a builder there. So hopefully that isn't going to cause... Oh, the water level is rising again, isn't it? Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Alright, I'll keep an eye on that. That's not ideal. But it might work. Yeah, I'll have to keep an eye on it. Alright. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, over here, I have laid in an overhang over there so that we can start... Where are we? Thank you. Yeah, so we can start laying in explosives. Now, where do we want them? We want them basically there. Yeah. Because we're going to be dropping this straight down into a pit here. And we'll just keep building down until we reach the bottom, basically. And then we'll figure out how to get some steps down there. Right, day 13. We've got 7 days left of the drought. Everything's going fine. We've got plenty of food and water, and resources are all pretty much maxed out across the board. Over here, just sort of downstream of our water feature, I've put in a forester to sort of plant up this area a little bit. Yeah, don't think we're going to be able to do that because we're a bit dry on the edge there, but we'll plant up what we can. I've put in a few bit. Let's just have a look, shall we? There we are. So we've got a few berry bushes, we've got a few oaks, a few pines, a few birches, just sort of scattered about. We'll take off the planting once they're all done, and see what grows where. This appears to have settled down. We haven't had any major flooding issues. So it looks like it just about works. I'm hoping that with the 3 sluices rather than just the 2, it'll flow a bit more freely at the start of the next bad tide. It's all connected up to the power. We are currently producing 53,000 horsepower, using 13,000, maybe 14. Some of that will be the water pumps sort of flickering between operating and not operating. Okay, over here we've got our little river, lazy river, as somebody said. I think it was Ilsa, one of the channel members, mentioned this was a lazy river, and that's the name I was trying to remember. I called it it had a Disney feel to it, and that's what I mean. It was that lazy river kind of idea. But it seems to be flowing relatively well. You can see that the water pump is breaking its function quite regularly, because obviously the water in this section is reasonably full, helped so by the mechanical, by the fluid dump just there. We are filling up. We are over the 3 tiles deep and pushing a bit further on, and I have turned off one of our fluid dumps. So it seems like it's much more efficient to put the water in here and let it flow down than it is to try and put the water in here. I'm not sure of the mechanics of that. I'm sure there's a perfectly logical reason. I just don't know what it is. But anyway, this is helping this stay fertile now. So that's good. Over here, where are we? Yeah, over here we have laid in the explosives. I'm not going to set them off just yet, because we don't want to fill a hole with Badwater before we can get down and build the tunnel to get it out of there, basically. Yeah, that's where we are. That's what's occurring. Not much, essentially. Our well-being is down to 71, and we have 24 spare beavers and only 6 spare beds. So... Oh, I've not put on that last decoration there. Hang on. Get on there. Are we missing any more? We're missing loads around here. I thought I'd finished those. All right, no, we'll get those done. Get those finished off. Yeah, we will set off the repopulator. There we go. Let's get that set off. Get some beavers shooting off on their gliders. There we go. There's the first one. Okay, so that should give us a boost to our well-being. Should push us back up towards 75. Yeah, pretty close. I hope that is just the... Oh, hello. Oh, it's the end of the day, so that will be a little bit pushed down, because they'll have gone the day without necessarily getting their fix. So hopefully in the next sort of couple of hours that will push back up and we'll hit 75. There you go. Excellent stuff. All right. So we're losing the water out of here a little bit, but that's to be expected. It's only sort of 13-day drought, so it shouldn't be a major problem. These tend to last about 10 days, so... Well, they've already done that. All right, excellent. Let's get rid of these steps then, because they're a little bit unsightly. No. Don't go overboard. Come on. All right, let's just get rid of those 4. That's fine. And then we'll do it one at a time, because I don't want to demolish anything, you know, important. There we go. We can bring that back as well. Excellent stuff. Right. This looks a little boring now, doesn't it? Let's get some decoration around that. Let's get... what should we get? Oops. What do you not have? You won't have a clock around here, will you? Let's stick a clock in there. We'll stick a work bell. That doesn't give us anything. Beaver statue does, but I assume this house is already covered by a beaver statue. Yes, it is. But this campfire isn't. There we go. That's something. Right. Let's let them get on and build that, and I'll spin on. About halfway through day 15, about 4.5 days left. I've decided we're going to redesign this area up here. So our release valve here is going to be changed. I've switched off the pump and the fluid dump for the moment. And I am going to set off these explosives. See? Told you. Okay, that's going to dump a bunch of that water into that river. It's fine. We're going to have a bit of flooding. But I'm going to pop in a dam there. I'm going to... Yeah, I'm going to wait until that dam's built before I demolish that, though. Yeah, flooding's not terrible. We should be coming up to build reasonably quickly. I'll pop it on a high priority just to sort of encourage them. Okay, here they are bringing the parts. Are you not going to stop and build it? No? We're going to have to wait for a builder now, are we? Alright, fair enough. Okay, well, here's the builder. Hopefully that shouldn't take too long. And what I'll do now is I will demolish that one. I'll stick another dam in there and I'll put that on a high priority as well. Little more flooding now, obviously. But it's fine. Yeah, we're going to lose a little bit off the side of the map here, but, you know, it's not too major of an issue. And hopefully this one will be done fairly quickly as well. There we go. They're both in now, so we can turn our fluid dump and our mechanical water pump back on again. And that will then fill back up to whatever it is on these, like 0.6 or something. But it will match what's in this dam here, so hopefully it will be a consistent depth throughout. Yeah, as you can see, we are now overfilling slightly, so that's cool. I will pause these temporarily, just until we fill this up and start flowing through here again. And the bad tide is gone. Excellent stuff. We did absolutely fine. Let's just make sure we get a relatively gentle changeover here. That would be nice. We gonna change? I mean, you are on auto, right? Yep, you're on auto. Oh, there we go. We've started to change over now. Yeah, all right. I mean, you should be open because you should synchronize with the others. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. We did all right there. Over here, we should have already changed over. We have. Right, let's get these first explosives set off so we can start with this project, shall we? There we go. That's easy enough. And now we just have to keep going. We'll just keep laying those in until we reach the bottom, and then we'll figure out how to get down there. Do you know what? Do you know what might be a lot easier? No, not there. Not there. Not there. We'll go down there. I think. Yeah, we'll go down there. And we'll tunnel down there and we'll do our best. We'll stick a tubeway station on top here and solid tubeways all the way down. And then we'll tunnel out enough space to get in another tubeway station so they can just get in here all the way down to the bottom. Yeah, that should work, I think. But it looks like the next lot are ready to go. So we can set those off. And get the next lot in. So this shouldn't take too long at all. In fact, this one's nearly done as well, I think. Yep, there we go. And get another one in there. And we'll just keep going down until we hit the bottom. Okay, over here. We are maintaining a level with just 2 of these fluid dumps on here. All of this seems to be flowing pretty well and pretty evenly, which is good. Yeah, I think we've got that working for a given value of working. But yeah, I think that's going okay now. So that's this corner pretty much greened. Don't know what I'm going to do with this bit. Don't know what I'm going to do with this because it's an ugly brown spot in the middle of our greening, and I don't like that. I might come in and take some of this down with explosives, but I don't really want to just keep doing that. Don't know. I'll have a think. We do have, if we come all the way down here, I've put in an additional dam across this section of this overflow river. What are you set to currently? Yeah, we can probably bring you down, can't we? There we go. You might fill. Have I set these yet? I'm not sure I have. No, I haven't. Let's drop you to 0.75. Make sure nothing floods too badly up here. Yeah, but that should, again, store a little bit more water there. And then further down, we've got levees and dams to store a little bit of water in this section to create a little bit of a lake there. I might open this up so that it flows into all of this area here. In fact, I think I will. I'm just going to remove that whole section there. Okay, how are we doing with the explosives? We are ready to go. And we're at the bottom of the map already there. Okay, oh dear. And this one, we can definitely go deeper. Okay. I'll spin on. Okay, day 6 has arrived and brought the drought warning with it, so that's okay. Everything's going all right. Our reservoir here with 2 fluid dumps on it is very slowly rising. Very slowly. It's taken 6 days to rise maybe a quarter of a tile. But I'm going to turn this one off and leave it running with that one there and that one there. And see how we do. Because I don't want it spilling over into here necessarily. This actually can stay where it is. I was going to say I'll drop that down a little bit. But it's already at 0.9. So if it fills up anymore, it can release into this little section here. Where it will be caught by these dams. I've not built any more dams just yet. I have opened this up and replaced the dirt there with a suspension bridge. So we've got ourselves a little lake on the side there that's slightly deeper than the main river. Yeah, it's basically where we are, what we're doing. This has started flowing, so we've got this being stopped by the dam here. And once it fills up behind there, it will start flowing through into this section where it will be held by this dam, and so on. Yeah. So I think we can probably argue that we are more than half greened at this point. So we need sort of this section dealt with. And I don't know what I'm going to do here other than maybe bring all of this down and turn it into a massive lake. But I really don't know. We'd only be able to bring it up to sort of this level here. Because otherwise it would flood back up into this section. We don't want that. But if we flood it up to this section, that's not going to be enough to green all of this. So I don't know what we're going to do with that. And then obviously down here we've got issues as well. Don't know. Maybe another water feature. Who knows? Really don't know. But this is going to be a problem to green this stretch here. This shouldn't be too bad. We'll need to block up that hole there because any water we put down here is just going to drop down into our power tunnel there. Yeah, don't know. But there are things we can do. We've already got a river course running through here with a lake in it. And that, I think, is at the same height as this river section here. So blocking that off at both ends and having it fed from a rivulet from this section, not out of the realms of possibility. Don't know. But things are progressing anyway. Over here, where are we? As you can see, we've reached the bottom there, and we now have a tubeway station at the top here. And if we follow it all the way down, we have another tubeway station. Oops. And we are currently digging a path. I'll need to actually lay in a path. There we go. To open up behind this section here. We won't be able to bring the tunnel back across there. So I'm thinking we'll bring it back to here, swing up this way, and then head out like that. But we are again right in this water course, which is less than ideal. Maybe going off that way is better. It probably is, isn't it? But we're still going to have problems there. Alright, well, we'll have to see what we can do. We may need to come down here and do something with this. Maybe just extend this up one tile with dirt so that we can get underneath it with the escape tunnel. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Let's... So if we bring this right down to the bottom then. Yeah, it's going to be right under there, isn't it? There's no way we can do that. No. We might be able to get away with it there. Maybe. If we make it, say... if we make it 4 wide, but only 1 tile high, we might be able to get away with it then. I might do that. I might give that a try. Give it a nice wide channel to flow down, so it doesn't get blocked. Alright, yeah, that's probably the best bet, and we might be able to get away with getting underneath here. We might not need to build up too much at all, but it doesn't matter if we lose some of that water into the tunnel. That's fine. Alright, okay. I will spin on then till the start of the drought. I'll make a start on that tunnel, and we'll see how far we get by the time the drought hits. And it is going to be a drought, so our bad tide escape valve isn't going to get another test, unfortunately. Okay, there we go. Day 9, 27-day drought. That's the sort of thing we're expecting, yeah. We should be alright. We've dealt with that before. We're not in any... in fact, we're in a better position now than we were back then. So, yeah, we'll be alright. We won't have a problem with that. This is maintaining its depth with just the one water dump on down here. So I'm still maintaining an eye on this just to sort of keep it steady, but I think we've got it sorted now. Yeah, everything seems to be flowing and fine up there. Still not decided what I'm going to do with this bit. Yeah, don't know. Maybe a bit of landscaping, maybe not. Who knows? We've got a little bit of water stored behind the dam there. I still haven't come down and done anything in terms of dams down here. Up here, this should store water for a little while during the drought. I mean, it's not going to last nearly 4 weeks, but, you know, it will maintain for a little while. It's nothing dependent on it anyway. So, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. We're doing okay. Everything is all right. Pretty comfortable at this point. Our well-being is only down to a 73, but we've only got 5 housing spaces left, so we'll set off the repopulator in a minute. Over here, as you can see, there are beavers and beaver bots heading into the tubeway station here with explosives. So if we drop right down to the bottom, there we go. Oh, we can extend the path. There we go. We have all of this laid in to the end of the map. So it's just going to be a 1 tile high, 4 tile wide drainage channel for the Badwater, and it's just going to dump it straight off the edge. We should be okay getting under that water. We should be okay. But we'll see. Oops. Yeah. There we go. We have a plan for the last of the Badwater. Took me long enough. But never mind. We're getting there. I was also thinking over here, we could get away with a 2-high dam just in this chasm here, in this gully. It would bring it up to this level. So it would fill that constantly and be slightly higher. And would basically come back up to where this dam is here. And yeah, it would spill as far as in there, basically. So it wouldn't escape anywhere. And it would just give us a little bit more water. Getting across here. Let's have a look. If we do that, we can come straight down onto there. And if we're coming straight down onto there, we can do that, can't we? No, we can't, because that's completely wrong, John. Come on, sort yourself out. Don't be a muppet now. Do it like that. There we go. That's a bit more sensible, isn't it? You can actually reach now. You clown. Okay, if we come up to the edge there... In fact, we want to be back a little bit from there, don't we? Just... Come on, John. Sort yourself out there. And we'll bring a line of levees across with a line of dams on top. Let's get that done first. And then we can stick a overhang across that gap and build down from there. Okay. But we will leave it there for this episode. So thank you very much for watching. Please do give us a like and a subscribe. It really does help the channel out. Please give us any comments down below. And please join us next time. Until then, I'll press play. I've been John. This has been Timberborn. Please do take care of yourselves. Stay safe. And bye-bye.